Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Still on the issue of Ukraine-Russia saga, heartfelt prayers. Today we pray that peace be restored globally in the world, particularly between Russia and Ukraine. But on that same scene, Nigerians stranded about 400 stranded Nigerian students have decided to cry out. We're going to give you updates on what they're doing right now, how many have been allowed to cross over, and what Nigerians are screaming on social media over this matter. Don't forget that when this whole thing began, a lot of countries were quick to evacuate their citizens while Nigerians were trying to get their logistics in place. Well, looks like there's now issues on ground over that. Before we go into the news report, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, 7 out of over 400 stranded Nigerian students studying in various institutions in Ukraine have made it to Poland on their own in the night. 35 others are struggling to find their way to other entry border points in Poland. The president, Nigerian Students' Union, Anjolaoluwa Ero Phillips, who made it to Poland, told Sun newspaper that 8 students are about to enter Poland through another border. Ero Phillips said he and 6 other students set out on foot to the entry border point at 8 p.m. and arrived at the border by 3 a.m. in the morning. According to him, they were in the cold for about 2 hours before being allowed into Poland. He disclosed that 35 Nigerian students reached border but required a vehicle to convey them to the entry point to enable them cross into Poland. He said, and I quote, "I and 6 of my colleagues left our hostel in the night. We got to the border at 3 a.m., but 8 others tried at another entry border point, but only 3 were successful. The other 5 Nigerian students turned back to start the journey again. Anybody crossing into Poland requires a vehicle to convey them to the entry border point. You can't cross by foot." Ero Phillips said before he left Ukraine, many students were waiting for the purported federal government plane to carry them out of the country, but warned them that its airspace had been shut. "I asked them to find their way out of Ukraine. I wondered how the plane would land with the airspace shut. I spoke to some later, they are still waiting." A concerned parent told Sun that some of the parents were being turned back at some entry borders point in Poland, stating Nigerian government should liaise with the Polish authorities for safe passage of our citizens. Another parent said, "My son had finally entered Poland and he and his colleagues are being processed." It was learned that students embarked on the journey after waiting for Nigerian embassy without success and decided to find their way to Poland in consultation with their parents back home. On Thursday, it was reported that the Nigerian government said it was planning a special flight operation to evacuate its citizens from Ukraine in view of the escalating tension between the country and Russia, which launched an invasion into the country on Thursday morning. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, the Nigerian embassy in Kiev had been contacted to arrange those wishing to return home from other areas, including other top cities. Of course, a lot of people are crying, a lot of people are getting worried, and a lot of Nigerians also are beginning to speak up, talk to their various friends, family over the situation on ground. Friends, family over the situation on ground. I wanted the cross section of what they're saying. It's at the time of filing this report. Someone here said they didn't allow Nigerian male students pass through. They wanted to be clarified. Somebody said, "My sister made it to one of the borders and they are not allowing Nigerians into Poland without visa, male or female." This one now asks, one David asked the question, say, guys, it seems we have a problem. They didn't allow the Nigerian male student pass through. Women and kids are being let through now. The men ages 18 to 60 are sent back. They want them to partake. Someone now asked, Jane, were you able to enter? She says so. Yes, she said she entered. She said, so we have been separated from our men right now. We are still moving for now. Someone asked, well, we haven't reached the border yet. So what? Wait, even Nigerian men are sent back to go ahead and fight? They said no, Ukrainian men, but they didn't let our Nigerian men to pass either. Someone here is saying, we were sent back. Foreigners need visas now to enter Poland. My God. So I said, I'm so stressed. They're only letting in Ukrainian females and kids. My God. Where are you people to get visa from? I don't know. This one here is saying, let's all pray, please. Let them have a change of heart. So say they will. Military men are chasing us back. My God. I've been trying to reach out to the Poland ambassador for Nigeria. They keep telling me he's not around. Ukraine, the outskirts close to the Poland border. So others that pass through, how did they pass through? I wanted him to speak to the military personnel to let us through, but he isn't in. Oh God, a lot is going on. But someone is asking a question, which also I'm also asking some question. The person is saying, please, does this apply to only Ukraine citizens or all Ukrainian residents? This is a very important distinction, and it is important to communicate it clearly. Does it apply to Nigerian students who are legally resident in Ukraine on student visas? We need clarification, as in this application of 18 to 60 years old males should stay back. It's asking, including residents, citizens of Ukraine, or also those on student visa. Letter word. This one here is saying, I saw a news where the Ukraine government called on non-citizens to also go ahead. This one here is saying, now this is a real problem for foreigners. No wonder other countries who knew the implication urged their citizens to return at the earliest time. Why did we have to wait this long for us to evacuate our own people? And right now they are running helter skelter. Because of course, when such a thing happens, the first thing they'll get to do is to shut down their borders and shut the airspace. Even if you want to pick any person, are you going to take special permission from Russia? We take special permission from Ukraine that please, I want to come and evacuate my people. Just wait, let me finish evacuating, then we can continue. Come on. These are things we should be doing. We should be proactive in things like this. My heartfelt prayers to them wherever they are. May the good Lord keep you safe. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation, please. What's your take?